This is Travis Wayne Goodsell. I'm doing a video that I don't expect to be very popular. I just have some notification for you guys. I'm going over YouTube. I just uploaded LDS women, and that one I'm expecting to do very well, and we'll see if that corresponds with my hope. YouTube is now stopping me from seeing all of my videos, and as a result, I couldn't get down to the ones that I did 2 months ago. And so trying to look around to see if there was some way to see them. I found the sort by, and it has an option to show the most popular, and so yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. I'm at 15K for the pre-Exodus video about the LDS dates for the return to Independence, Missouri, which I keep telling people over and over again after having done it and not specified, I guess, in the video that it was because of the pressurings of my second wife, now formerly called my ex, formerly called my wife, second wife, I don't know. And so, yeah, that's the only pre-video that is popular. Although 3 years ago I had Restoring the Torah, the Paleo-Hebrew Alphabet, a New Theory. I think that was the original. I did a revision because I think I caught an error on this one. That's at 1.3, but that's not the top among the top 5. The temple ones that I did are kicking butt. Nelson changes temple text and still gets it wrong, is at 3.2K, and so it's going to be interesting to see if 10 months from now it can be more than the Independence, Missouri. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But it's slowing down. The 3.1 for the temple changes, destroys the family unit. And then, interesting, my warning for 15th of May 2018 is at 2.5 million. It was just a quick little 57-second thing, but very interesting. People are still going to that one, or did it do well around that time? That's interesting. You guys do know that was the date that Trump started World War III in the Middle East, with declaring Israel the capital, with establishing the embassy there in Jerusalem, and then the Jews firing on innocent Palestinians who were miles away. Alright, then 1.7 for President Nelson, new church president. He wasn't following standard protocol of previous presidents and was deceiving the members. And so there was a question as to what was going on. Then 1.3 I already talked about. The church stats is almost at 1,000, 8 short. And then last day's warning to LDS Mormons from one of your own. 11 months ago, So that would have been around the time of the changeover, but it's nothing compared to the stats that's 1 month ago. And then 1 month ago, gloves are off. That's now over 800. So that's good for that. And I'm considering going right for the jugular of the church physically. Which isn't really physically, because the church as an entity or organization doesn't really have a jugular, because it's not really a human being. And so, but yeah, I'm considering something because I thought of something else, and I thought, hey, well, why don't I do two birds at the same time? And so we'll see. I still need to get ready for my day, and it's already 9:30. From 2 years ago, the Paleo-Hebrew alphabet, part 1, the first and last letters, is 758. And President Nelson's coming days, that was back in April conference when he first started, 759. And okay. Maria Botina, Putin gives orders to LDS Church. You do favor for us, we give you temple. 770. 729. Breaking LDS news, LDS Church President Nelson changes missionary program to hate and abuse. That was just a month ago. And another one from a month ago. So yeah, the month gets them on the popular listing. Oh, here we have 3 weeks. At 418, LDS Mormon Church President Nelson ashamed of the gospel of Christ. And my white cracker video, 389, a week ago. So when we're below 500, we start to see more of the more recent ones. Well, okay, a couple of them. Huh. Okay. So I thought that was interesting. Ones that I were kind of disappointed on was LDS Mormon Church finds ancient records at Adirondack, Missouri. That's at 233 in 2 days, which you think, oh wow, that would be awesome. That seems like it's doing well. The only problem is all day yesterday, nothing. It remained at 233 since Saturday. And so, the other one, Rise of LDS Church President Russell M. Nelson. That did not get as many as I thought it would, because it was an interesting construction. It was designed to be harmless for Mormons to watch, because they love their prophet. It would have been great for them to watch that. But those who are critical of the church, either through reading the gospel topic essays and saying I'm out of here, or not being a member and being Christian, and yeah, they would have seen that in a different way. So that was quite a brilliant construction on that video. And I believe it's all quotes. I don't believe I did any commentary in there. Maybe at the end, I doubt it though. And then the one on tells Mormon youth he hates cute puppies and baby videos. Disappointing. And so yeah, a lot of these get a big boost at the beginning and then just die. And then my origin theory, Egyptian origin theory for the Bible, and only 207. So that's a disappointment as well. And tearing up the garments, You know your Mormons are supposed to tear your garments. That's an order from the Book of Mormon. Only 203 in 2 weeks. And then the Utah concentration camps, that had a big boost right at the beginning, and then so yeah, it's interesting. I can only get a peak interest for around a couple hundred. It seems like the breakaway ones of more recent times are when Nelson made the temple changes, and so everybody is wanting to know about the temple changes, even though Nelson put in the temple, the new temple thing, a first presidency statement saying, don't talk about what goes on in the temple. And of course everybody wants to know, and I guess that's why those two videos are doing exceedingly well. And so yeah, the Nelson as a new church president, I'm pretty sure that's a dead thing now. I think that hype is now over with. So yeah, we'll see if the stats video will do better, especially as we get nearer to April conference, because people are going to want to know the church's stats for 2018, and they're not going to do anything. I'm willing to bet they won't even say go to the website. I'm pretty sure that they're going to think, we said it last year, we're not going to tell anybody anymore. And so people may be going, what about the stats? What happened to that? Oh, that's right, we didn't get them last year either, did we? And so then they'll go to YouTube, find my video, and it'll boost up that numbers, hopefully. Alrighty, so I'll probably have to do a revision if we make it that far. And it looks like we will, because everybody's hesitating and delaying and allowing crime and corruption to continue. So the gloves are off. This is a slow upward momentum. And so that may continue to increase over time. So those are the only ones that are of interest to people, apparently. So I'll have to see if Nelson does any shocking things in this April conference that I can expose for the Mormons, because the Mormons will just go right over their head. They won't miss it. And yeah, I'll redo a stats video. And okay, so translation, not so much as I had initially thought that might have been the case. It was a quick fad that ended quicker. So, but the temple, okay, so Mormons are thinking more on the temple. And with the video I just did about women, I'm going to see if that can generate a number of views. So I'm trying to figure out, without being a computer, to examine your browsing history on YouTube. I'm trying to figure out which subjects Mormons are interested in. And my reboot for Independence, Missouri has bombed. So that's interesting. So I think the only reason why this is doing well is because it's got 15K next to it. So, yeah. So maybe I can do a video prior to conference and talk about rumors. Mormons, or Nelson will announce return to Independence, Missouri at conference to build the Temple of Zion. Despite stats saying they don't have the number of members necessary. Alrighty. We'll see. Last night, as I was going to bed, I thought of another idea to shock and awe to get views, titling it "Nelson is Dead." And the point of the video would be referring to James. Faith without works is dead. And so the works that Nelson is doing is destroying the church. Thus his works are dead. It's similar to the book Everything Trump Touches Dies. Everything Nelson is touching is dying. And Mormons don't see it yet. But I knew of it when he announced it, that it was going to be a failure and was going contrary to Jesus. And sure enough, as we've gone almost a year now, I guess it is a year. Yeah, because we're in March and he took over in January. So, man, Mormons. Alrighty. So yeah, the church is destroyed, Mormons. You have nothing to argue about. You don't know how to argue. All you do is accuse and name call and even threaten, and for me to be silent, and how you feel that I'm evil. You know, none of those are sound arguments, and that's all you have in your arsenal of counter argument, and you fail miserably. So, alrighty, that's so awesome. My YouTube cover photo with the Utopian Pyramid Society. Alrighty. So, because we could literally build temples, pyramid temples, in the middle of the United States, and house, in just the state of Kansas alone, the whole population of the world. It can be done. There is no population crisis. There is no food shortage. You know, I think it's around a third of the store's food supply is wasted every year. And that amount is more than enough to take care of the world. Plus, they specifically limit the amount that they provide to the stores, so because they don't want to overproduce. So, alrighty. Yeah. So it's clear that Mormons are not interested in Scripture, as I thought they might have been. That was a short-lived thing and gets a number of people, but not. It doesn't, you know, do like other people's baby and puppy videos that Nelson hates. So yeah, Independence, Missouri, but only when other people are looking at it. And Temple, definitely Temple, because combined it's 6.3K. and then 1 year, 1 year, 3 years, and so then stats would then be the next one technically, because it's a month away. So technically, temple and stats, and I guess even me saying the gloves are off, which was also a month, and at 800 now. Yeah, and then we start going down by hundreds after that. Well, 30 for Maria Butina, but I'm sure she's dying now because she's about ready to be deported to Russia, where they will execute her as a traitor to Russia. Too bad. She was a fake red too. Alrighty. So yeah, focus on the temple, it looks like. Focus on the temple. Okay. So interesting. Maybe I should do, because temple text has to do with scripture, and that's barely beating out the family unit. So maybe if I apply, I could do my well, didn't I do that? A temple video about the Egyptian temple ritual. It doesn't seem to be popular at all. Breastplates begun, temple ritual. I'm not finding it. So it didn't do too well if it was here at all. Origin theory. Let's see if this search engine will help. Egyptian temple. It shall begin in the Mormon temple. Temple text still wrong. And then there's Jewish synagogue attack. Correct and full translation. No. Facsimile number 1. Brass plates translation. Official full. Mormon war crimes. Book of Mormon. Maybe I didn't do a video on this. I know I did a, yeah, I guess I didn't. Alright, that's something I can do real quick and easy. I'll go through the Egyptian temple ritual and show what Joseph Smith got right versus what Brigham Young got wrong. Okay. Alrighty. I thought I did something like that. Alright. Alrighty. Oakley dokley. There's the mailman. Alright. We'll do that. We'll do a temple video. Yeah, I still got to think about the projects that I'm considering for against the church. So, cool. Then I got to get ready for the day too.